There really are no excuses for David Moyes in this game. He has to win this game. There are no more. He cannot go into this match with an ideology that West Ham, we might have got a draw. This is a must win game. I'm not saying David Moyes likes to relay excuses. He's not actually. He doesn't really do that a lot. But I just think that the gravity of this game now warrants an approach that we just have to win the game. But what I mean by that is that the mindset of going into the game, which is what we've had all season, which is basically don't lose, try not to lose. Let's just absorb the pressure, see if we can counterattack, see if we can nick it at the end. That cannot be the game plan. It just cannot. I don't think it will be. I don't believe it will. David Moyes did a press conference today. We spoke about it on the website and what have you. I actually do believe that he is going to attack this game. At the end of the day, he hasn't got a choice. He has to park his philosophies this season. He has to do it. Because a draw is not good enough. A draw would be like a defeat. And it would be even worse in a sense because it would mean that the club would have to then go, well, what are we doing? Do we keep the manager? What do we do? It would be a very awkward situation. Look, like I said in the previous video, I think it's one of those now where we just kind of have to just stand back as West Ham fans, forget the Moyes situation, forget our feelings towards how we feel as a manager. Look, some people still back Moyes, I get that, and some people want him out. I've been on the fence a few times. I've jumped around. I've not known really where to go with it. But ultimately, it's irrelevant now. We've just got to get behind him in the team tomorrow. And I know people say to me, "Why? I'm not getting behind the manager. Why should I?" I'm not necessarily sitting there and cheer the manager on. I'm just saying, park the booing, park the negative. We just need to go into it and think, look, we just got to get behind them. Got to get a result. Because as I say, a draw is just not good enough. And we haven't got the luxury. We cannot go, well, if we lose this game, great, because it means then we can we replace the manager. That could then we get a bounce and we go on to something. I get what people are saying, but the fact is we've got 15 games to go. I've done a little word calculation. I'll come to that in a minute. But I want to talk about the game today. So basically, David Moyes, for the first time this season, has got a full squad of players to pick from. Yes, there's a few things with match fitness and all that. But again, he hasn't got that luxury. He cannot say, well, Scamacca, he hasn't played enough and Ings. No, just get them on the pitch. Get them playing. Even if it takes risking an injury, it doesn't matter. We have to win this game of football. He must play his best players. Max Cornet's been training. Paqueta could be available. Zuma available. We've literally got the full squad available. Don't get me wrong. This is fantastic news, by the way. It's hard to say good news about West Ham at the moment. It's really hard to get excited. And I wouldn't even say I'm excited about it. I'm just kind of, a little bit of oomph about it. I'm not thrilled. But, I just feel like it is a good bit of good news as we're going into this crucial run of fixtures. And obviously, Nottingham Forest at home, it's a 6-pointer. We just have to get the result. We have to. The question is, and what I'm actually going to ask people of their opinion is, what would you do if you were the manager? You've had a week with the team. What would you have been doing? If you had the whole squad available to you, which I believe he pretty much has? How would you set up? Because I was thinking about this, and I do kind of understand why he does the back three and play at wing backs because it has worked well in the past. But I actually just feel that with this game now, he needs to play two strikers, two wingers, effectively a 4-4-2. Just go for it. Even if it means it's a little bit vulnerable at the back, we haven't got that luxury, as I say. We've just got to get the result. I'd rather see West Ham just go for it. And also, can you imagine if he set up and said, I'm going to play two strikers, I'm going to really go for it? It'd give everyone a lift as well. It'd get the stadium behind him. Everyone would be up for it. I don't think he's going to do that. I'd be very surprised if he does. But there's no getting around this. Also, and this is really clutching at straws because we have been awful, but Nottingham Forest have the worst away record in the Premier League. The worst. There is no better time than this. David Moyes has absolutely no excuses. He must win this game. He's playing against a side with the worst away record. He's got a full squad of players at his disposal. He cannot avoid this now. He cannot keep, there cannot be any excuses behind this game. He has to win it. Must win. 3 points are literally all we can accept in this game. We've got 15 games to go. We're on 20 points. I did a calculation. I did some working out. I think 36, 37 points would be enough for survival. Actually, I think that'd be quite enough, more than enough. But let's just put it on, let's say 36, 37. Okay, for now. And I looked at the games we've got left. I've got notes in front of me, and I was being, I think, really pessimistic. I really tried to just be realistic in the games we're going to have. We've won 5 already. I'm saying that we're going to win 3 more games this season. 1 being Nottingham Forest, the other being Southampton, and the other being Leeds. I've got us to have draws against Aston Villa, Newcastle, Fulham, Bournemouth, Palace, and Brentford. Now, again, we could lose some of those games. Oh, and Leicester, I've got a draw. The games I've got us losing are Brighton, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United, which I think is reasonable. So that kind of shows you that we might get an odd win here and there. We might lose a couple, but my point is that Nottingham Forest game, we can't sacrifice points. We can't go, oh yeah, we only got a draw. It's not the end of the world. It really would be horrendous, because we are looking at the fixtures left. You look at it and think, well, there isn't many points there for us, because we are going to lose a considerable amount of games. And I'm just putting your draw in here and there, which we probably won't get. So Forest is a must win. That's all I'm saying. And I actually think, and also I'd like to quite know what people think, what you actually genuinely believe we're going to get for the rest of the season in terms of points. Where do you honestly see? If you look at our fixtures, just work it out. Let me know what you think, because I think 36 points we'll get. 36, maybe 37, which I think will be enough to keep us up. But as I say, if you're talking, and that's 16 more points. So 3 points is a big percentage of that. We must get that. We must do. There's no getting around it, okay? It's a huge game. As I say, I've said this in a previous video, and everyone's entitled to think what they like and do what they like. Of course they are, but I just feel that we want to get, as a fan, we've just got to get behind the side. We've just got to see them over the line tomorrow. It's got to. I'm recording this the day before the game. It's obviously going to be shown today. Today, we need to get behind the team. We have to beat them. It doesn't matter how we do it. We just got to beat them. We've got to have positive energy. And David Moyes needs to set up for that, because if West Ham can start off fast, start off attacking, get at them, let's say get a couple of corners in early, get an early goal in the first 10 minutes, it would lift everybody, get us going. These are the sort of games you look at and think, if we could come away with, say, like 3-1 or 2-0, 3-0, something like that, a real positive win, it could really set the tone just for those games now, like cup finals, and go, let's go to Brighton, let's nick a point, let's go and get something. Before then, we've got the likes of, we've got Villa at home and then Southampton at home. I mean, these are big games. These are winnable matches. We need to be up for it. So that's it, really. It's a big game. No more excuses, David Moyes. He must get this over the line.